What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker symbol ORPH for Orphazyme. This one's kind of interesting. There was a catalyst about a lawsuit coming out for shareholders. Regardless, we're just going to focus on the technicals. I just want to point out, if I even scroll this chart a little to the left, what's going to happen? I mean, look at that. This is just not something I would advise people get too wrapped up in terms of a swing trade or an investment. Please keep in mind this trade idea, this ticker here, is for day trades only. I wouldn't even advise anyone holds this overnight simply due to the amount of headline risk out there and how aggressive this sort of downtrend is, nearly cutting the price more than in half ever since the earlier part of last month. So over a month, losing 50% does not sound like a swing trade I even want to remotely be involved in. So again, please treat this as a trade only. Whenever we're discussing tickers like this, it is paramount that we really keep an eye down below on volume. If volume starts to dry up, I would imagine that we just see a slow dribble lower, and that again is not good for any type of swing trade or momentum trade, whatever. You want to see volume and interest in the stock remain high. If it dries up, kind of game over. I will point out, because we didn't cover it early, this is the daily time frame. This is the 30-minute intraday time frame. Let's start off by mapping out obvious areas of support and resistance here. So kind of a floor in place, a temporary one at that, at 411. Okay, so any sort of moves lower, that's where you're looking for any kind of support to come into play. Again, you're not looking for swing trades off of that area. It's just kind of where we would expect price to go. After that, what else are we seeing? This area of support is now acting as kind of resistance. You can see intraday from this 30-minute wick was not able to close, consolidated for a candle underneath, pop, and ultimately did not even close too strongly on the daily time frame up above that area. That's at 520. After that, what are we seeing as resistance? Again, this one jumps off the page at me close to 586 simply because we had prior support, then turned to resistance in here, and again, intraday could not really get a candle close above it. Maybe one here, but ultimately after that, two large inverted hammers sending prices back lower. And then lastly, we'll just sort of keep walking them up ever so slightly. We have this area in here, which is coinciding with the blue line. That's the 50 SMA simple moving average on the daily time frame at 667 as our next upside target. Now that's pretty hopeful if we can see momentum remain in this stock and we can even get out of our own way after retracing nearly 50% of today's range, which brings me to my next point. Whenever we see moves like this, we generally take out the Fibonacci's, go from low all the way up to the high, and see where we've closed, certainly underneath the 38.2, underneath the 50% mark. So any candle close under the 61.8 would put into play a full-on reversal all the way down towards the lows at 417. So please be aware of that. Again, this is a day trade scalp, not something to hang around in and overstay your welcome. The only long trade I could potentially see in this name here, if we just clean that up a bit, is a recapture of this area right here at 586. If we can close above that, I do think we revisit the highs of the day and then go to that next target, the daily 50 SMA up there at 667. At that point in time, I would trim like 3/4 of your position if you're a day trader, and then maybe hold out for a small piece if I just kind of look left here for something up here. And again, this is a very, very hopeful target if there is momentum and it remains high up there close to 885, but really looking to ditch a majority of the position here if we even get there, right? And that's only looking for that trade right there. You need to see consolidation here, build some sort of pressure cooker top, ascending triangle, whatever, boom, take the breakout over that area. And again, your target's here for 3/4 off and then holding out for a small slice up to that $9 whole. After that, I wouldn't advise anyone to go short, nothing of the sort, just kind of a quick in and out scalp. So if you learned something new, if you enjoyed today's video, let me know down below in the comments section or by simply leaving the video a thumbs up. Don't forget our main channel is linked in the description, and all of that being said, we wish you a green trading week.